Welcome to the Stacy A Cross Show. I am Stacy A Cross. There's no E in my name. Every Friday at 8 a.m., I'll be coming through. We're talking health, we're talking wealth, and we're talking happiness. I'm a believer of freedom, personal growth, and your journey to success. So go ahead and share, subscribe, listen to this show because it's going to be an amazing one. As always, you can find me at www.thecomfortkillers.com. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go. Yes, y'all. To the beach, y'all. It's Stacy A Cross. There's no E, y'all. It is August 10th, 2018. It is a Friday. It's beautiful. In the background, you can't hear it, but I had Slow Down by Brand Nubian. Maybe I'll drop it in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop it in here real quick. Yes, and, I said that because there's a lot of talk about being patient and what patience is going to bring you. This week has been an amazing week for me, but there was a lot of lessons learned, and as I unpacked it each day, and what I'm going to do on Sunday is really let the week get unpacked, and hopefully you do that too, kind of, open up your book, open up your mind, and really see where all the lessons lay in the previous week that you had. And what you're doing this for is to make sure that those lessons, that wisdom is being ran through your brain and processes, so you take it in. So when you meet another situation or another experience that draws the attention of the old previous wisdom or lesson or mistake, then you're easily could make a better decision. I was on Twitter, and I was just looking for it the other day, and let me see if I find it, because there was Nathan Pirtle had mentioned something, and he mentioned, hey, if you make a decision, all right, he asked a question, if you make a decision, and I really want to find it now, because now I'm interested. So I am going to find it. Just hold on. I'm going to play more of Slow Down. 1 second. All right, I found it. So, let's see here what we got. So the question was, to protect your energy, it's okay to cancel a commitment. Well, it wasn't a question. He was just pretty much saying, hey, listen, to protect your energy, it's okay to cancel a commitment. It's okay not to answer that call. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to want to be alone. It's okay to take a day off. It's okay to do nothing. It's okay to speak up. It's okay to let go. And I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And I was just scrolling down, and there was a comment by a young lady here. And she said, no, it is not okay to cancel a commitment. A person should always keep his or her words. Other options are okay. So everything else he said is okay, but just that commitment piece she's having a problem with. Once you make a commitment, you're kind of solid, locked in that commitment. And there's a lot of areas where one could be locked in, but then there's a lot of areas where one could not be locked in, right? Let's say that you sign up and you're locked in your lease. And I was just talking to my mentor about this, where, people think that they're like held down by a lease, held down, can't move around. They won't take an opportunity in another place, in another area, because they say, you know what, I just signed my lease. I'm locked in. You're locked in contracts. Those have legal binding, essentials to them, where you have to go now to court and unbind them one letter at a time, but you have to pay some money. So you're never quite locked in as we make ourselves seem to be. And, in other situations, I've heard, my family say, "Hey, man, we can't do this. I got to do this. I already have a commitment here. I already said yes to this person, so I have to go." And there's a story that I always tell when it comes to this, in understanding the point. And this entire episode, we're going to talk about patience. We're going to the baseline of patience. But I really wanted to talk to you today about understanding the lessons that you're getting through the patience, and understanding what the hurrier gets. And but also with the commitment, because you feel like you're tied down. So here I come on Twitter, and I said, who said it? Who said that it's not okay to cancel a commitment? Who said that? Who made that belief for you? And I said, if you were quick to commit, and this is the area here. If you were quick to commit and now you have a change of heart, it's okay to back out. Do it early and be honest. A chronic breaking of commitments is a whole other thing. But folks have to put themselves first when it comes to doing what they want to do. And of course, I don't know if someone answers, and they answered back, and someone said, "Here, so many people feel an obligation to say yes to people they project value on and be trapped later. And the same person that says, no, there's absolutely no way you should, go back on a commitment, said, yes, it happens. I have been trapped due to my commitment already." So you're out here telling false things based off of what you believe, or what someone else put on you, trapped you, said there's no way out. There's absolutely no way out, and you can't do it. And that's what makes us feel bad. I made a commitment, and we're talking about decisions too here. I made a decision, which ultimately made a commitment behind it, okay, to work with someone. And I said, okay, well, once, everything is laid out and the dust clears, it wasn't my best interest. It wasn't for my best interest. So with that being said, should I stay? Would you stay? It's not your best interest. Would you stay in a situation? There's a lot of people out there that are in committed relationships, but guess what? None of them are happy. Neither of them are happy. They're committed to the kids. They're committed to not having to, go outside or go in public, go on Main Street and say, you know what? The Smiths are getting divorced. They're scared. They're scared of what their own family is going to think of that. It used to be back in the olden days, you were put together, not even, with your own efforts, someone else, and still to this day it's happening in some cultures where your marriage is set up in advance for you. Okay? So, and you are in this commitment. Again, whose commitment are you in? And once you make a commitment, is it okay to back out? And other people, your favorite guru, may say, "Oh, you got to be committed." And you're getting it tangled. Okay? You're getting it tangled. Once you're in a situation that's flourishing, that you see that this is the situation, I am happy here. This is it. I made a commitment. We're going down this road together, and we're going down this path. And that you take that all the way. When things come, you try to fix those things. But you can't lock and box yourself in and unable to be nimble, unable to really live out your true self because you're scared, you're afraid of what is going to happen. As far as patience here, I wanted to read something here. Let me get that. Before this, hey, you got to leave me on all my socials. You just got to do it. At Stacy A Cross, pretty much across the entire board. If you don't know me, and I apologize, I just came in here and just rashed right into it. I am the founder of The Comfort Killers, wrote a book entitled The Comfort Killers, Your Journey to Success. You can check that out on Amazon. And, the personal development is very important to me. Self-improvement is really important to me. I really thrive off of, learning from my mistakes, my experiences. I thrive off of understanding the game and taking advantage and making myself more powerful through self-improvement. Like, that's it. And I want that for everyone else. If they took the time to develop themselves, if they took the time to be patient, they took the time to understand that there's no force upon them. Like, they are the ones that are important in this equation. But a lot of things, society, people, family, schools, churches, all of it will say, hey, you, come this way. No, come this way. And your guru, hey, nope, come this way. And then you are led to believe now that you're not even following your own mind. You're gone. So what the Comfort Killers is brings it back to your own free thinking, but not only free thinking, because there are principles, there are laws, there are things, there are ethics, there are codes here of conduct. Okay? And within this framework and paradigm, you're able to really become the best version of yourself. So that's what the Comfort Killers is all about. And you can check us out at thecomfortkillers.com. Again, that's thecomfortkillers.com, at Stacy A Cross on everything. So let me share with you. I just wanted to find something here in the book. Oh, and I want to shout out. Who do I want to shout out? Someone. Oh, man. William, this cat has been just doing his thing. So shout yourself out, William. You're on Instagram, and William has been really getting out of his comfort zone and helping out the company at the same time. So thank you, William, and give yourself a huge shout out. And we have another person that I wanted to shout out. I just did an interview with Mike McCormick. The last episode, he's a CPA. And he's helping us get our mind right around our money, okay, instead of waiting till the end of the year. So you have to, the beginning of the new year, you have to listen to that episode and really pay attention to that. So let me go here. I think that I have it here. So let's do it. I just want to read this one piece here, and we're going to get into decisions. But first, we got to talk about time, right? Like, what game are you playing? You first have to understand, and take note of this stuff. You don't have to just go around and say, I'm just in it. I'm just free flowing. Wherever the wind blows, I go. Wherever the lake goes, I go. I am just free flowing. And that's not how life works, okay? You got to have some sort of direction that you're taking your life in. And if you don't like the direction that it's currently going in right now, you have all power to change the direction. And you have all power to change time. When we were kids, right, it seemed like it's forever to turn 18. Like, we were at 11, even to going to the teens. When you were 13, you're like, oh my God, it took me forever to get to 13. And because you wanted to be a teenager so bad, and you have all these years ahead of you, but it was like time was really slower, right? You become an adult, you got life happening, okay? Baby's here, you got a mortgage now, you got to deal with your 9 to 5, your boss, you're trying to move up the corporate ladder, you're doing everything you can in your daily life, you're going to the game, you're going to here, you're just living life, man. It moving fast. When you look around, you got kids growing up, and you're like, man, I remember when I was your age. You know, it moves pretty quickly, right? And it's because we haven't even used our power to slow it down a bit. Slow it down a bit and use time artfully. But I want to talk about, and it all is going to tie together, guys. It all is going to tie together within 3 minutes. But let's read the story. And it says here, and it's a short story, and it says, the Sultan of Persia had sentenced 2 men to death. One of them, knowing how much the Sultan loved his stallion, offered to teach the horse to fly within a year in return for his life. The Sultan, fancying himself as the rider of the only flying horse in the world, agreed. The other prisoner looked at his friend in disbelief. You know horses don't fly. What made you come up with a crazy idea like that? You're only postponing the inevitable. Not so, said the first prisoner. I have actually given myself 4 chances for freedom. First, the Sultan might die during the year. Second, I might die. Third, the horse might die. And fourth, I might teach the horse to fly. And that's powerful. When you move in and you have all these options lying ahead of you, and you know you're moving in the direction that you want to, you could now play with time and go for the long game. Okay, so what type of time is there? There is the long game time, right? And in this time, it's called the long time. And with this time, what do you have here? You have the drawn out, years long kind of time that must be managed with patience and gentle guidance. So this is where patience come in. And this is what I had to learn. Okay? So when you hear the hustlers talking about go, 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 I agree, money loves speed. But it just depends on what you're trying to build. Okay? You're trying to build a quality beyond the years that last long. Then what you're going to have to do is make sure that your long time game is on point. So you're patient, you're learning, you're working, you're doing what you can. You're not trying to showboat everything that you have. Every move that you make is not out there. It's not for that. This is a quiet game. This is a still game. This is a thinking game. I spoke to my mentor yesterday, and he's a dreamer. He says, Stace, I'm a dreamer. I dream things, and it crystallizes. I make it happen. It's manifested. But I'm a daydreamer, and I'm a night dreamer, and I dream. And I'm in it for the long haul. I see down the line. I see the future. See, listen, the thing is here, when you force the pace out of fear and impatience, you create a nest of problems that require fixing, and you end up taking much longer than if you had taken your time. So what this is, patience is taking your time, developing what you are developing, doing what you are doing. You understand? You will, here's the key, and this is highlighted, write this down. You will not move from one deal to the next without completing the first one. Bottom line. Success that is built up slowly and surely is the only kind that lasts. And I keep telling you, comfort killers, I keep telling my listeners, I keep telling you guys, okay? You're looking at the surface of shit. You're looking at the surface because on the surface it appears as that it's now. You're not looking at the years it took someone to build it up, but you're looking at the effect essentially, and then you use that effect to make your decisions. And sometimes, I'm telling you, they're hurried, they're sloppy, they lack, and you're not really developing yourself. So true patience is understanding time and what needs to be developed in that time. Not time to sit around for leisure, not time to go play with your balls. It's time to work on yourself. So that's long time. That's the long game. Then we got the forced time. That's the now. That's the short term that we can manipulate as an offensive weapon. Okay? We are doing things on our term. Now, what is this here? I had to learn this, and very quickly. People want your time. People want your time now. People want your attention now. Devices want you. They notify you. You have lots of emails unopened. So what do? I slow down my time, okay? Because if I'm rushing, doing this, A, B, C, D, whose time does that benefit? Does it benefit my time? Does it benefit me and my plans? You got to understand. So if you don't control the clock, you're in a limbo. People could strike on you at any time because you don't control your time. So they're striking on you. Are you understanding what I'm saying? People who lack the time to think will make mistakes. Hey, let me repeat that again. People who lack the time to think will make mistakes. You ever went to order something right now? It only lasts right now. And then guess what? You're that girl on Twitter talking about, nope, not a commitment. You can't cancel those. And then you go with it for the long haul. You're effed up. You feel bad. Your money is gone. And then you have the end time, but more on the forced time, the now time, the short term time. The more slowly, okay, you got to do some Houdini tricks to this thing here. Do you think that Houdini could have unlocked himself out of the ironclad freaking locks and the straight jackets in the time that he actually took to get it out? No. He could have done it in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But is that a show? Is that art? He made you wait. He's putting on a show. It's on his terms. So he slowed down what? He slowed down his time, which inevitably slowed down your time. He is playing and manipulating time, and you're waiting in awe for the trick to be unveiled, because it's life and death. Now, how could you play that with others? How could you make that happen in your life right now? Ring, phone rings. Stacy, I need you to come pick me up right now. Wait, what? Stacy, could we meet right now? Wait, what? First of all, I'm not even picking up the phone. Okay? On my time. This is how you focus. Because if all your time right now in the present is on everyone else's clock, you are working this game totally wrong. And I'll tell you what, as soon as a notification comes on your phone, as soon as someone sends you a message, guess where you're at? Right in their inbox, you dummy. Okay, here's the thing. They're playing. I don't care how you look at it. Oh my God, it's my aunt. She loves me. She just wanted to answer a question. Listen, I'll tell you what, slow your time down. Manipulate your time. Make time for that thing. Put deadlines on people. Deadlines are a powerful tool. Put them on people. Don't let people just drag your time on. You have a deadline, and now we're going to talk about end time. This is the time where most of your gurus are talking about, okay? This is the time we execute with speed and force. But you can't do that when you have not laid low, planning and thinking and doing and developing and just making your time slow down. You cannot do this, but you can't hesitate in the end time. Because this is where all the things come into place. This is where the moment, wow, my God, you're a champ. You're a freaking aristocrat. Because you've waited for the right moment. Everything is right. Everything is okay. You had the patience. The mastery has built up, and your mastery of timing could really now show itself in the end time. You're swift. You change your pace. You have a definitive conclusion. You know. And guess what? Others will look at you like you're the champ. How does she do it? How does he do it? Move so smoothly. Move with speed and energy. Get to a conclusion really quick. So that's what this is all about. So like a hawk, patiently and silently circling the sky, all seeing with its powerful eyes, those below have no idea they are being tracked. When the moment arrives, when the perfect moments arrive, the end time, suddenly, downward speed, you can't defend it now. You are prey. And you're just gone. So know that power of understanding time, using it to your best interest, and that's all from a book, Power, okay? Reconstructed here with me. I want you to really focus on what you're doing. But also, if you're in a commitment that's just not working, you're like, man, I feel bad at this thing. Like, you go home feeling bad because the goal is to feel good. Like, your ultimate goal and ultimate decisions that you make should allow you to feel good. Almost an instant relief when you really let go of the commitment or let go of the decision. You know, because some people will say, hey, how can you make a good decision? Like, what is in making a good decision? And you must say to yourself, man, because I feel good about it. And I've taken the time to develop and master all these things to create this new decision, to create this decision. So, and this all came about because Stacy A. Cross, there is no E in my name. I made a decision, and I made it swiftly based off of what I thought was in just my short-term time, right? The time right now, the forced time, the manipulative time. And I made that decision, thought it was in my best interest, and it wasn't. And I quickly decided to back out of that decision to feel better and to also make sure that I'm flowing along my path and planning, developing, and mastering the skills needed to wait for that perfect time. Okay, so this is I don't have a guest with me today. I needed a couple of these though. I've been having a guest lined up pretty much all week. So probably taking it into September, I won't have another guest on, just to give you guys the real flow of Stacy A. Cross. But I do want to say a couple of things. Just go to thecomfortkillers.com. We have articles there, and there is an online back end here, membership that you could sign up to that gets you to talk to us, talk to me every month. We have a conference call. You can really get deep dive with your questions and wanting to know more about anything, really. On this call, I have some guests with me, my mentors, friends, associates, those in business, out of business, help you with health, whatever. Just people I find interesting and that help me somehow. I want to let them help you, and you could ask them questions and all sorts of that thing. But also the back end has videos, audios, other resources for you to develop yourself. So that's what the Comfort Killers is all about. And I hope that you take the time out, go visit thecomfortkillers.com and read that and see if you want to be a part of this society. This society just believes in true self-improvement, true personal development. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. I am Stacy A. Cross. There's no E in my name. Go ahead and send me your questions. You have some questions you want answered, and I wanna read them. You know, I want to read them and maybe help you out somehow on this podcast, through the podcast show. So do that, and the email is hello@thecomfortkillers.com. I will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and enjoy this day today, Friday. I am. You've just listened to a episode of the Stacy A. Cross Show. You can subscribe and get more episodes on my website, stacyacross.com, and my company's website, thecomfortkillers.com. As always, you can get me on all my social media at Stacy A. Cross. Go ahead and subscribe, and we will see you next week. I am.